See, it was in the month of June when I saw him for the first time. He was walking in the wheat field when I passed by with my handmaid and he was alone. The rhythm of his steps was different from other men's. The movement of his body was like naught I had seen before. See, men do not pace the earth in that manner, and even now I do not know whether he walked fast or slow. My handmaid, they pointed their fingers at him and spoke in shy whispers to one another, and I stayed my steps for a moment and raised my hands to hail him, but he was not turning his face, and he's not looking for me. And I hated him, and I was swept back into myself, and as I was cold and as if I had been in a snowdrift, I shivered. See, that night I beheld him in my dream. And they told me afterwards that I screamed in my sleep and was restless upon my bed. It was in the month of August that I saw him. He was sitting in the window of the cypress tree across my garden, and he was as still as if he had been carved out of stone, like the statues in Antioch and other cities of the North Country. And my slave came out to me and said, "The man is here again. He is sitting there across in your garden," and I gazed at him. And my soul quivered within me, and he was beautiful, and his body was single with each part. Then I clothed myself with raiment of Damascus, and I left my house and walked towards him. Was it my aloneness, or was it his fragrance that drew me to him? Was it a hunger in my eyes that desired comeliness, or was it the beauty that sought the light of my eyes? Even now I cannot know. I washed them with my scented garments and my golden sandals. The Roman captain had given me even these sandals, and when I reached him, I said, "Good morrow to you." And he said, "Good morrow to you." And he looked at me, and his night eyes saw me as no man had ever seen me. Suddenly, I was as if I was naked and I was shy, and yet he had only said, "Good morrow to you." And then I said to him, "Will you not come to my house?" And he said, "Am I not already in your house?" I did not know what he meant, but now I know. And I said, "Will you not have wine and bread with me?" And he said, "Yes, Miriam, but not now." "Not now. Not now," he said. And the voice of the sea was in those two words, and the voice of the wind and the trees. And when he said them unto me, life spoke to death. For mind you, my friend, I was dead. I was a woman who had divorced her soul. I was living apart from this self which you now see. I belonged to all men. To all men I belonged, and to none. They called me harlot, and a woman possessed of 7 devils. See, I was cursed, and I was envious. But when his eyes, his drawn eyes looked into my eyes, all the stars of my night faded away. And I became Miriam, only Miriam, a woman lost to the earth that she had known, finding herself in new places. And now again I said, "Come into my house and share bread and wine." And he said, "Why do you bid me be your guest?" And I said, "I beg you, come into my house." And it was all that was God in me, and all that was sky in me, calling unto his name. Then he looked at me, And the noontide of his eyes were behind me, and said this. He said, you have many lovers, and yet I alone love you. Other men love themselves in your nearness. I love you in yourself. Other men see beauty in you that shall fade away sooner than their own eyes. But I see in you a beauty that shall not fade away. And in the autumn of your days, that beauty shall not be afraid to gaze at itself in the mirror, and it shall not be offended. See, I alone love the unseen in you. Then he said in a low voice, go away now. If this cypress tree is yours and you would not have me sit in the shadow, I will walk my way. And I cried. And I said, come to my house. I have incense burned for you and a silver basin for your feet. If you are a stranger and yet not a stranger, I am a stranger. Come to my house. Then he stood up and looked at me, even as the season was down upon his head, and he smiled. And he said again, all men love you for themselves, but I love you for yourself. And then he walked away. But no other man ever walked away. Was it a breath born in my garden that moved to the east, or was it a storm that would shake all things to their foundations? I knew not. But on that day, the sunset of his eyes slew the dragon, and I became a woman. I became Miriam of Rajel. So let me tell you this, Miriam. Let me tell you this one thing. Your bleeding has caused you to know the reality of how others have made an outcast of you naturally. Considered less than a man by society's plans, left to the side, often marginalized. Though the life of any creature is in its blood, and bloodshed makes you the mother of nations. Your visions and dreams, seeming like left as a heap of stained garments by the roadside to wither, dozens of times, like forgotten bouquets of roses after Mother's Day. But know this, dear sister, his blood is redeeming, covering you in new clothes named conquering victory. You are the center of his attraction at the celebration of his return. Lady in red has become your new identity in your femininity concerned, fully dressed, made stainless, bright in the light of a dark world. Because how could anyone know greater faith after the hardships that have made you strong? The jewels of ruby robes become your dwelling place when the calling of a woman's faith pulls down strongholds. His words, sharper than a two-edged sword, in the groaning of your throat. In birthing pains, pleading on his blood, screaming, draw mine to be replaced by your own. The prayers of your belly birthing hope. So see it not as a curse. You've been made a bride, considered no longer orphaned and despised. Through his blood, you are and have unparalleled portion. But favorite daughter, baby girl to the Father of all creation, through your hands, putting life in motion, pride of humanity. Your bride Christ, the blood of Calvary, you are no longer in slavery. This is your value. So touch the most truths and trample the head of the enemy in his authority. Healing is in your hand. It has been given to you as his command. For who knows the value of blood except one who has bled? Except one who has received transfusion and is alive and can tell how they once were dead. So get up and walk. Ruby slippers fitted with the gospel of peace adorn your toes. So every place you shall step becomes like gold when you ask for him. This is not prosperity preaching, but the truth of Christ being told. The reality now for you is your faith has made you whole.
Whoa.
Thank you, ladies.